Ladies and gentlemen of the Anja cult, hunters of all ages, I am Russet. Russet the Tater, or Dakota, whichever you'd like to call me. This episode of my Mastering the Greatsword playthrough is going to be a little different, as you could tell by the fact that I'm providing voiceover. The reason I have decided to provide voiceover is due to the fact that a lot of these clips had to be significantly cut down from the stream. Due to the fact that the stream was roughly about 6.5 hours long, and I wanted to convert it into a more manageable level for, viewership. Because nobody wants to sit down and watch a 6-hour VOD of some just random guy. So I figured I would, speak directly. I'm not exactly the best at providing voiceover just yet. But I do hope that this is easier. Because I do like making long-form content, but not everybody has 6-7 hours to spare to, sit down and listen to a guy like me ramble for a little while to himself. And, enough with all of that. I figured I should probably explain what this episode consists of. The portions that were cut out were mostly farming, like a significant amount of farming, due to the fact that I did need gear to fight the Elder Dragons and Xeno'jiiva. And in this clip that you're seeing now is my fight against Kushala Daora. I'm not exactly sure how to do this, but I might bring the audio in a little bit after I'm done with this, and then pop back in maybe during the Valhazak hunt or something like that. I haven't exactly figured it out all too much. But we are only 2 minutes into the video so far, so I figured I should explain a little bit more. This is something that I am trying to do mostly for me because I want to have fun. And I've played countless hours of Monster Hunter, and I figured I would share it with the rest of you guys. And I've also decided to come on here and discuss the fact that the next run I will be doing after I complete Master Rank in this challenge, or, well, not really challenge, but attempt at me mastering a weapon that I am extremely uncomfortable with, even still after beating the base game in 22 hours. The next weapon that I will be using for sure is going to be the Charge Blade, another weapon I am extremely uncomfortable with. And I figured it would just be easier to explain it now, rather than later, or during my next stream, which will be tomorrow night. It will be another long-form stream. I don't know how long, but it will be another long one. I have the day off tomorrow, so I figured I would go about that. I'm gonna stop right here and pop back in so we can watch this hunt a little bit, and I might drop in to provide some commentary somewhere else in this fight. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you again very shortly. Oh. There's gotta be a pile of rocks around here somewhere. Dang it. I'm also going to pop in and say that all credit is due to the creators of the music that I'm using in the background. I will try my best to find the links to their wherever they put their music and put it in the description of this video. I just found it on CapCut, so I'm just covering my bases. I enjoy the nice chill vibe. So, just popping in to say that. Hope you guys understand if you ever see this. And I hope the YouTube algorithm understands as well. I'm back again, just popping in to say. Man, I said that in 2 clips already. I'm popping in to, provide some more commentary on this. As you can see, in the fight against Kushala, I am attempting to do my best at it. I'm, like said, not comfortable with the Greatsword whatsoever. I was very fearful going into these last few hunts. And up until now, the only other monster that had been a roadblock for me was Diablos, which has always been a roadblock for me in any Monster Hunter game. No matter what weapon I'm using, he's always been a roadblock. Still, ultimately, one of my ultimate favorite monsters to fight. And I love the fact that how terrifying Diablos looks. It's still, herbivorous. It persists off plants. It is... The biology of these monsters is a thing of beauty, really. And it's one thing a lot of the people that I talk to about Monster Hunter don't understand. The amount of beauty and creativity that goes into these monsters is beyond exemplary. And it's one of the reasons that I love this game so much. Aside from the variety, but every monster is unique in its own way. Every one of them has their own different... What do you call it? It has its own different personality. Like, in World, you have both Diablos and Black Diablos. In older gen games, you had Monoblos. You have the Centaurs. All of them are so diverse. And you just have to take into account that a lot of them have sexual dimorphism as well. Because, again, with Diablos and Black Diablos, regular Diablos is brown, being the male. And a Black Diablos is a female in heat. And then you have Rathalos and Rathian. It's just... There's so much care that went into the creation of these monsters over the course of the year. And it's hard to believe that it took this long for Monster Hunter to be so widely recognized by people, and with the release of Wilds right around the corner, I expect it to blow up even more. Come on. Perfect. Oh, come on. Well, we got him limping. This goose shot was kind of kicking my ass. But we got it on the ropes. Aww. Oh, fainted during the hunt, but first try. Now we're gonna go take on Valhazak. Oh, that was rough. Yeah, he toasted my ass pretty heavily. Now, as you can see, I think I did honestly pretty awful at that Kushala fight. But it could have gone significantly worse. I'm glad it didn't, because I always like first trying Kushala. Now, the next hunt, on the other hand, being Valhazak, I attempted it solo 3 separate times before I had to call in reinforcements. Now, of course, I didn't want to have to call in reinforcements. I wanted to prove that I could do it myself. But on the other hand, I'm just not confident enough to handle a effluvium-based creature like Valhazak. As much as I adore Valhazak, I never enjoy fighting him on my own. He's always way more fun in group hunts. But on the other hand, I do really enjoy hunting with others. I mean, I also significantly enjoy playing the game alone. But hunts are always far more enjoyable in a group, which is another goal that I have for this channel. I want to build a community, a group of like-minded individuals. And I take my inspiration from Uno Hunter, Cryptic Hearts, Giddy Fox Gaming, Wreck-It Rye, as well as copious amounts of other Monster Hunter YouTubers and streamers. Now, people like that are the reason I got inspired to do this. Because they enjoy showing their affection for their community, for their game. Like, it's a beautiful community to be a part of. People from all walks of life, all over the world, play Monster Hunter together. Like, of course, time and time again, there's going to be turmoil in our world. But at least we can all come together to hunt virtual monsters. Now, I don't mean to get sentimental, but it's really how I feel about these games. And generally, I'm not a very sentimental person. Like, you can ask anybody that knows me. I'm not a very sentimental person, really whatsoever. But I feel like I should express how I feel about Monster Hunter, about the community, about the people. and how much love and care goes into every little detail of this game. Like, for the longest time, I was having so many reservations about making content like this. Now, if you look farther down in my channel, you can see other types of content I've attempted to make. I've attempted to make Liza P. I attempted to make Baldur's Gate. And I enjoy doing Baldur's Gate. It's, again, one of my all-time favorite games. It's a comfort game for me at this point, just like Monster Hunter. And ironically enough, a game that isn't a comfort game for a lot of people, Dark Souls. And like I said, I really don't mean to be sentimental, but there's just something about Monster Hunter. After a long day's work, it just takes the edge off. Like, yes, everybody has their own relaxation methods. Of course, we're humans. That's how we do it. And of course, I have my own goals for creating content and, playing video games. But the ultimate goal is not money. It's not popularity. I could care less about any of that. I mean, yeah, the money would be great. That way I could give my wife and my animals a better life. Because, I mean, it's normal in this day and age for people to be living in poverty. It really is normal. But it's just irksome, But the main goal that I want this channel to grow for is I want a safe space for people. There is always so much horrible things happening in this world. And I myself can't, fix it. But as long as I can provide a safe space for anybody, even if you don't like Monster Hunter, if you just want to watch my videos to, hear the chill vibes in the back, or, laugh at the occasional jokes that I crack. I know it doesn't seem like I crack a lot of jokes with how serious I'm being, and sentimental that I'm being in this. But I gotta keep it real this time. This is who I am. I'm an extremely caring and kind-hearted and compassionate person. And it's taken me a long time to realize that. And, everybody deserves to grow like that. It's not easy, of course. And it's not like I have the most magnificent voice to listen to. Quite frankly, a lot of people find it annoying. I even find it annoying myself. Which is why more often than not, I don't really talk. Even in the streams, you guys can see that I don't talk much. But it's not the fact that I don't want to talk. It's the fact of I don't know what to say more often than not. Mostly due to the fact that I've said a lot of really mean things to a lot of people in my life. But that's not who I am anymore. I want to build a community of everybody. Anybody that's a part of the LGBTQ community, anybody who feels unhappy, anybody that just wants a laugh or wants to have fun. And I take that inspiration from YouTubers that I grew up watching, like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, and even the Game Grumps, and I've had so many influential people that don't even know I'm watching that have helped me through a lot. And I want to be a beacon like that for others. Because, those guys won't always be around. But I still got a really long and fruitful life ahead of me. And I might as well use it helping in whatever way possible. Well, now I feel like it's time to not be so sentimental about everything. As you can see, we are decimating this Valhazak. And obviously I had to call in some backup for it. Because, it was definitely rough. I did cut the other attempts out because it was depressing to see how quickly I failed. With all the power and work and everything that I put into this build, I got rocked by this thing. More than I would like to admit. Even after the stream, I went on to try and take it out a couple of times by myself to see if I could test my mettle. Of course I couldn't. But this stinky dragon, this really stinky dragon really beat me. A lot harder than I thought it would. Like, in a really stupid manner, for that matter. Like, I never even died to anything rough, for that matter. It was just all effluvium effect. And it was... Gonna be honest, I was about to lose my temper on it. Which is really saying something, because I don't lose my temper at video games anymore. Because I really tempered my temperament, funny enough, for, years playing Dark Souls. A game that made so many people quit playing. A game that so many people hate. A game that so many people were annoyed by and always gave seething reviews to. Which, of course, I can understand. I was really bad the first time I played it. But eventually I got the hang of it, just like I did with Monster Hunter. My first run through of Monster Hunter consisted of shooting monsters in the face. Because for the longest time, I only used the light bowgun. And then, of course, halfway through Master Rank the first time, I switched to the heavy bowgun. I figured it would have been easier to just shoot my problems. The good old American way. And, of course, the game went by in a breeze. But it just felt like something was missing. And that, at that point, was when I discovered Uno Hunter, who is from what I can gather, considered a small content creator. Definitely not small in the case of my channel, because 34 subscribers. I really don't have much. But from what I've gathered, Uno Hunter is a hunting horn main. And after I saw a few of his videos, that locked it. I was a hunting horn main from then on. Now, eventually, I might do a hunting horn run. Just for the fun of it, Because I feel like everybody has their own unique way of playing the hunting horn. I mean, yes, the weapon plays the exact same with everybody, but everybody has their own unique little twist. Like, one thing, again, I'm going to bring up Uno Hunter here, I noticed in Monster Hunter Rise, he uploaded a video about a year ago showing off a quick draw Frostcraft build for a hunting horn. And, you know, I thought, hey, that's a cool idea. Eventually, I might attempt it in my main profile in Monster Hunter World, but I've kind of taken some time away from Monster Hunter World for the time being while I'm streaming it. I don't want to burn myself out, so I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Rise. And of course, eventually I want to do content on both World and Rise, because I adore Monster Hunter Rise. I know a lot of people didn't. And I can understand. I really can. Everybody is subjected to their own opinions. Or subject to their own opinions. It's all understandable. And, you know, eventually I plan on doing content for Wilds when that comes out. After my first official playthrough for myself. I don't want to... Whoops, sorry. Hit my door. I don't want to feel obligated to play Wild. Because that would just take the fun of it away. Of course, I am going to do my first run through the game with a hunting horn. I've seen how all the weapons play out, as most of us fans have. But the one that draws me in the most so far has been hunting horn. Because from what I can tell, it goes back to being like it was in Monster Hunter World, rather than how it was in Rise. Because they're two very drastic ways to play the hunting horn in those games. And again, this just harkens back to the fact of how I said there's so much diversity in this game. Not just the monsters, but of course the way people play it, the builds, everything. It's kind of like the build that I have going eventually that I'm gonna get to the end of the game with, for. I want to do a quick draw Frostcraft Greatsword to see how that goes. Because the one thing that I've discovered over the course of the last year or so that I've kind of delved headfirst into Monster Hunter was when it comes to covering builds and guides and everything like that, it's never a progression. It's always like end game content, and it's really hard to figure out where to start. Like, of course it's easy for Monster Hunter World at this point. All you gotta do is just get a bone helmet, the bone mail, Kulu Greaves, Jagras Coil, and the Kestodon Vambraces. Easy enough. That should get you through a majority of high rank. Or, not high rank. That should get you through a majority of low rank. But where it gets confusing for a lot of people from what I've seen, because I've had a few friends who have quit playing Monster Hunter because they can't figure it out. Because according to them, it's too difficult or, tedious, which I can understand. Because the first 4 hours of this stream was just grinding for gear. Just for 4 hunts in total, because it's gonna change when I get to high rank, or when I get to master rank. Because that's just Monster Hunter. That's how it is. And, one thing that is an absolute, turn off from this game for a lot of people is not having really in-depth explanations of a lot of the skills or resources or, armor crafting.
one of the examples I can give is I had no idea what Mushroom Mancer was until I started watching Giddy Fox Gaming. And now it's a crucial part to every build that I have. Like, you cannot go wrong with Mushroom Mancer. And another thing, like, from what I have learned over my time playing Rise, skills are not as important as they were in World, because you have other armor skills like Dragon Conversion, Resentment, Hellfire Cloak. Like, there's a ton of other ones. But ultimately, what it really falls down to is eventually I might try my hand at helping craft builds or finding someone willing to help me. Because a lot of the inspiration that I took for this Greatsword build that I'm running was from Giddy Fox Gaming's Greatsword run that he did. Of course, you know, I didn't take everything fully. I just I just took what I saw was fit. Like health boost, for example, for fighting Nergigante at the end. Or, of course, taking Mushroom Mancer, because you can never go wrong with Mushroom Mancer. It is such a good skill. And I cannot stress that enough. Like, of course, everybody has their own unique little thing that they like to throw into a build. Oh, there's when I got hit with the supernova. Like, there's so many different little tiny details that goes into crafting a build in this game. I mean, yeah, you can always go all in and deck yourself out in Fatalis gear when it comes to Monster Hunter World. But where's the fun in that? Everybody in the end game always, as I see, runs Fatalis gear. I mean, of course, it's the best armor in the game. So you should. But if you want to have fun, create unique or wacky or just all around what the hell kind of thing are you thinking of builds. And it just makes me think of a hunter that I ran into online about 6 months ago while I was playing. This dude was using just a basic Bone Bludgeon 1, and he had a Kelby hat on, and then the buff bodysuit. It was just a naked deer man with a bone hammer running around, absolutely wrecking a Diablos. I just had to sit back and watch. It was a thing of beauty. Now, yeah, that all could have just been layered armor and whatnot, but even then, it was a glorious sight to see. Like, that Diablos went down in a total of maybe 3 minutes. It was hectic. And I've seen so many different hunting horn builds. Like, there's all so much unique variety. And, like, even in Rise, I've seen someone, again, dressed in the most ridiculous outfit possible, It was the buff bodysuit with a wiggler head. And they were just using, if I remember correctly, it's a mochi pounder or dongo pounder charge blade, I think. I can't remember if it was a charge blade or not. And seeing that, it killed me. It was just so funny to see. And of course, you have other unique builds that you can run into, like anybody that uses the gun lance in Rise. If you want to go with a good version of the wide gun lance, you always have the corn popper, which when I played with the gun lance for a playthrough, it's what I used. It was spectacular. Never had more fun, hitting monsters over the head with a giant cob of corn that could shoot bullets. It was a matter of elegance. And there's just so much fun. Like, my all-time favorite weapon to see someone use in World is what is it? I can't remember what it's called, but it's just the dual blades that are just a couple of floppy fish. Like, that stuff is great. And then you have other people in World who use the Frozen Spear Tuna Greatsword. There are just so many fun and unique things. Of course, Monster Hunter has always been known for its comedic aspects in the early time. Of course, it got more serious with World and its, darker tones, and I feel like it's going to be the same way in Wilds. But it makes me just think, even clear back in Generations, you had a hammer that was just a giant stuffed teddy bear. At this point I'm rambling, but you guys get the gist. Unique, creative, and just matters of sheer beauty people come up with. And yeah, you don't need build guides or tutorials on how to craft the ultimate powerhouse, godly build. All you gotta do is just play around with it. Like, another person that I ran into while playing World just on stream during my grinding. The dude had a character that was exactly an exact lookalike of Kenpachi Zaraki from Bleach. The character's name was Kenpachi Zaraki. He was using a longsword. It was a thing of beauty. Even I have a little custom side project that I'm working on. I'm a huge One Piece fan. And I created Kozuki Odin, one of my all-time favorite characters from Wano. Albeit, I took some liberties with weapon, of course, since Odin was known for using, two swords. I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? I can't just use a long sword, so I went with dual blades, a weapon I have very, very little experience with. But, yeah. Enough ramblings of a madman. I've kind of talked over basically this entire video. I'll pop back in a little bit. I think I might just let things play out for a little while. Now, as you guys can see here, things are going relatively well. And I do have to thank the selfless hunters who have joined me in all of these hunts. Albeit, most of them probably won't see this. But every hunt that I've done with everybody has been exceedingly enjoyable. I really do enjoy hunting with others. And honestly, I'm really enjoying the chill vibes. I love the chill music that I got going in the back. It's so relaxing. And it just makes me think, as I'm editing this at currently 5:31 in the morning on January 12th, 12 days into the new year, and I'm up at 5:30 in the morning editing a nice, relaxing, video for everybody. Because I've decided I don't need to be one of those YouTubers that, is overexcitable or, really too overhyped about things. Because I like to chill. I like the nice chill vibes. I love chill music. Just one of them things that puts me at ease. And in the next stream, I'm just gonna leave it with something that I heard in a movie once. You like jazz? Because I feel like instead of doing lo-fi next time, because that's all this music has just been really chill lo-fi. Love it. But I'm thinking maybe next time I can do some smooth jazz. Something that doesn't exactly match the game, but it's really peaceful on the ears for everybody. You know what? No. From this day forward, I'm going to be a chill vibes channel. All about playing video games and smooth, chill vibes. Because there's always YouTubers that are overhyped and yelling and screaming and being real excitable. But maybe sometimes people just want something chill. And there ain't no shame in that. Just someone you can go watch after a long day's work. Or before a long day's work. Or heck, maybe even during a long day's work if you got the time. And I am going to say, if you guys do enjoy this, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Spread the word. Let's build a peaceful community. It really does sound like fun. Something sentimental and what everybody can look back on. Something that it's just fun for everybody. And of course, eventually I'll figure out how I can do different audio for everything. I'll be back.
it on.
And, you know, I was thinking, maybe if this doesn't play out, maybe there's other ways that I can get my voice and relaxation out there to everybody. Maybe voice acting or storytelling. I've always enjoyed storytelling. But I don't know what kind of stories. In fact, this channel started out as a storytelling channel so many years ago at this point. Because I've tried time and time again with this channel. But I never really stuck with it. And I figured it's time that I do stick with it. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I might as well have fun. And heck, who knows? Maybe I can start doing content with other Monster Hunter streamers eventually. Albeit, most of them play on PC, and I don't exactly have one of those at the moment. I'm currently editing this from a MacBook Air. And a rather old one at that, from what I know. And all of my content is captured on a PlayStation 5. I mean, it's not the most professional or high-end setup, but it works. I mean, heck, even the mic that I'm using right now is a $50 mic. And it's done me good. Through every one of the videos that I've made in the last 2 years. And even the unuploaded streams that I've done. This mic has been through it with me. And I really enjoy having it. The sound is good. That's really all that matters. And of course, aside from all the tech talk on that, as you can see, we are currently fighting the last monster of base game. And like I said earlier on in the video, Xeno'jiiva is one of my all-time favorite final monsters to fight in the base game of Monster Hunter. And I have fought many, many monsters. And none of them has been as fun for me as Xeno'jiiva. Except maybe Shigaru Magala. Or Dalmador. You know, absolutely titanic monsters to fight. I mean, Shigaru, not titanic in the sense of being large, but titanic in the sense of the presence that it carries with itself. And to this day is still one of my favorite monsters to fight. Gore Magala, Chaotic Gore Magala, Shigaru Magala, I love every version. And it's just, I hope that line comes back with Wilds, because I know in Rise that a lot of people enjoyed fighting all the different variations. I mean, I haven't in Rise just yet, since I've never actually completed Master Rank in Rise. The first profile I had on it ended up, the save data ended up just getting corrupted and wouldn't work. I don't know what happened, but it wouldn't work, so I had to start from square one. Which wasn't a huge problem. I really enjoy the game. And it's what happened to my original main profile on World as well. Is one day it was there, the next, poof, gone. I was pretty distraught when that happened, of course, but now I realize I didn't need to be. It just gave me another reason to play it and get better. But it has definitely been a journey. And of course, with the stream tonight, I will be officially starting master rank. And I do hope you guys will tune in. It won't exactly be like this, mostly because when I stream, I don't have many people to talk to. I mean, yeah, I could talk to the air like I am right now, but it just doesn't feel right, you know? And of course, as for the music, I still haven't figured out how to add non-copyrighted music to my streams just yet. So, eventually we'll get there. I don't know when, but we'll get there eventually. Come on. And I figured I would just interject one more time, just for a little bit longer, so you can finish off hearing the insane ramblings of a madman. I am probably gonna let the last little bit of this video play out with me interjecting or me recording any voiceover. But I do want to thank everybody that does watch this and gets this far into the video. And you know, a like and a subscription would be greatly appreciated, as well as, you know, spreading this to others. And like I said earlier, even if they don't like Monster Hunter, it would just be nice. And hey, who knows, maybe I can turn other people enjoying Monster Hunter, because it would be fun. And that way I can build up the Anja cult with you guys. And I should briefly explain why I call myself Russet of the Anja cult. You have other Monster Hunter YouTubers and streamers who have their own thing based off their favorite monster. Like, you have Giddy Fox Gaming and the Basil Goon Squad. I adore that, because the Basil Goose is one of my favorite monsters. And I know it's like Basil Goose, but I call it Basil Goose because it's just what I do. And, you know, one of my all-time favorite monsters is Anjanath. I love Anjanath. And I couldn't exactly think of a creative name, so I thought up the Anja cult. I did go through a couple of different workshopped ideas with other monsters, like the Dodogama gang, because I adore Dodogama. I did think of the Flying Kodachis, because I love both Viper Toby Kodachi and regular Toby Kodachi. Another one that I did think of is the Bonbaro Bros, because Bonbaro is the best beaver, as, you know, Giddy Fox Gaming would say. I did think maybe justice for Geritodus, because a lot of people don't like the Piscine wyverns like Geritodus and Beotodus. And on top of that, I was also thinking of like the Zinogre Zealots. But eventually, after about 2 weeks worth of workshopping, I decided on the Angicult. And that is, I know the name doesn't exactly sound the best, but I like it, and I want it to stick. And like I said, share this with your friends, your family, anybody who you think would enjoy relaxing music and good vibes. And I want to say I love all of you, and we'll catch you in the next stream or in the next video. Have a good night.
Was. And I've been hooked since then. And, you know, like, it just goes down to the fact Monster Hunter is a comfort game for me. I mean, Dark Souls is also a comfort game for me, but, you know, I don't think that's everybody's comfort game. Okay. Iceborne. Let's see if I got... Did I get any of the stuff that I needed for Xenojiva? I hope I did. I got one Xenojiva horn. I mean, I guess I could go see if there's another SOS for it. That might be kind of fun. Can I not fight Xenojiva? Or do I have to wait for Xenojiva to reappear like Zora Magdaros? I probably have to wait for Xenojiva to appear like Zora Magdaros, if that's the case. So I suppose I can see what other Greatsword I could go for. Maybe Kirin. That might be kind of fun. Damage is still really low. Kushalas. That would be a fun one to have. I mean, ultimately, I think I might... Ooh. I might see how far the bone tree can go. Maybe use Valhazak. But at the moment, I don't exactly rightly know what I'm going to go for. Whoa, that's wispy. I do like Valhazaks. That one's... I adore that armor. Then we got Teostra's Kaiser equipment. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go speak with the Feisty Fighter. Just so we can get the ball rolling for the DLC for the next stream. Hello, Serious Handler. What can I do for you? Anomaly quests, which are, if I remember correctly, the tempered monsters. Yeah, we'll do this quick thing, and we'll call it quits for the stream on that one. All I know is it's going to be a hell of a time editing this down. It might take me a couple of days to do it, since I work for the next few days, which means the next couple of streams are going to be short ones. I figured on nights off, if they fall on my stream schedule, is where I'll do longer form ones. That way we can, you know, get the ball rolling for more stuff. Yay, Legiana. Man, it seems like 100 years ago that I was fighting Legiana with a Greatsword and not knowing what I was doing. Well, obviously, once you finish the base game, the DLC comes next. Oh, definitely. Velkhana. if that unlocked anything new. Milady's Kiss. I like the name of that. I wonder if I can take on Xenojiva now. Nope. Wonder if there's a Xenojiva event quest. There is. Yeah, might as well do that one real quick. Well, I say real quick, but it's not going to be real quick. But it'll give me the Xenojiva horn that I need, so. I'm gonna spread my wings. Well, let's take on Xenojiva again. Oh, he's derping. tenderize all the bits. Ah. Ah. I don't intend to actually win. I'm just seeing if someone will join. He doinked me. Oh. Holy crap, someone actually joined. Tremor resistance would be great. Come on.
Murked.
Didn't expect that to go so well. Fingers crossed I got what I need. So its eyes are those small ones. The rest of them are like olfactory senses, maybe? Pretty good fight. I kind of want to do one more. Maybe now that it's been discovered, I can. Weird, why can I not find Xenojiva? I have an idea. Well, I should also see how long it took me to complete it. Okay, here we go. 22 hours is what it took. 22. Okay, 22 hours. 22 hours. Well, I think that is a good time to end it off. 6 hours and 15 minutes worth of streaming. Well, everybody have a good night, good evening, good day, or a good whenever the fuck you're watching this. Love y'all, and this will be up on YouTube in a couple of days. Tune in for the next stream on Sunday at whatever time I get off work. I'm not too sure. Have a good night.